This stage can also be called the cosmic stage, the ego transcendent stage, the transhuman stage, the awakened stage. So here, truth is imminent in the present moment and can be witnessed and apprehended, but not grasped by the rational mind. There's a direct consciousness of absolute truth. At earlier stages, the notion of absolute truth was taken as a dogma or as a belief, like Christians believe in God as the absolute truth, or in Jesus, and Muslims believe in Allah as the absolute truth. But now at the unitive stage, you realize for the first time you become conscious, directly conscious of what absolute truth is. And that's a game changer. That changes your whole life. If you want to know what truth is, I have multiple episodes about that. I have one episode called What is Truth? Go check that out. That's a direct answer to that question. I have another episode called How to Know What is True, or How to Discover What is True. That's also a very powerful episode. I have another episode called What is Actuality, which guides you towards absolute truth. So I have many episodes that talk about and guide you towards absolute truth, but ultimately it can't be explained. You have to have an awakening to absolute truth to understand what it is. It can't be explained to you. At this unitive stage, there's now the ability to witness the whole song and dance of life and of prior ways of understanding and meaning making with compassion and equanimity. You sort of see the whole process for what it is, and you start to understand the ins and outs of it and why it's so complicated and why there's so many traps and pitfalls, why it works the way that it works. The previous ways of viewing reality solely from oneself's perspective and through the medium of language is now transformed. You step outside of the human mind. Witnessing and being is the primary mode here at this stage, without a need to defend or to justify any kind of experience. All experience is seen as valid. Many different kinds of experience, but none is better than any other one per se, in the absolute sense. And there's some value in experiencing any kind of experience, even the bad ones, even the ugly ones, even the painful ones. There's value to it still. This is recognized. And this helps one to navigate difficult, challenging, painful experiences. At this stage, you are open to fully experiencing whatever enters your consciousness. You're not preoccupied with avoiding certain experiences. At this stage, you relish in the mystery of being. There's a profound sense of awe and wonder that overtakes you. Reality becomes magical, becomes mystical. What was the mundane and the ordinary, like a kitchen knife, a fork, a glass of orange juice, a piece of bread, a tree, a dog on the sidewalk, a car. These things were all taken for granted at earlier stages, but now, with breakthroughs into mystical consciousness, you realize the true nature of all these things and how miraculous and amazing they truly are. And you stop taking them for granted. So even the most mundane and simple things stop being boring. They become interesting, they become profound, they become spiritual experiences for you. You can look at a fork and start to cry because you realize how amazing the existence of a fork is. Lower stages of ego cannot even comprehend such a thing. Like a fork, what's so special about a fork? Why would you cry about a fork? See, but you take the fork for granted. You don't really appreciate what a fork is. There is a cosmic perspective now at this stage, which serves as the organizing principle of your entire worldview and life. At this stage, you experience yourself and others as part of an ongoing humanity embedded in the creative ground, fulfilling the destiny of evolution. The unitive individual can take many perspectives and shift focus effortlessly among them and among many different states of awareness. Mystical and unitive experiences are no longer merely glimpses, but steadily established. Peak experiences now have a familiar and comfortable quality to them rather than being scary or alien or something weird or foreign. The peaks of earlier stages now become the ground. Everything becomes mystified. From moment to moment, only the present is real. You're fully grounded in the present. It's an almost sort of a solipsistic state. You also feel embedded in nature. You feel like you're one with the universe. You're part of the universe, not something separate from it. The unitive stage manifests a deeper security about being than is possible with a rationally generated identity. So there's a deep sense of fulfillment and completion as a self. You don't feel like you need other things to complete you. You don't need a house to complete you. You don't need the hottest clothes to complete you. You don't need fame and fortune to complete you. You don't need a family. You don't need a spouse. You don't need sex. You don't need money. You don't need anything to complete you. You don't even need to improve yourself to feel complete, because by definition, you are the entire universe. You are infinity. And so you can't be more complete than you already are. You just need to realize that.